the way we work and the way we play. 5G technology is not an not too distant future and promises to enhance our everyday lives. Ginger C heads inside a US lab experimenting with the wireless technology to see what we can expect.
In movies like Iron Man 2, advanced technology seems to be the stuff of the future.
Dead for almost 20 years. Still taking me to school.
But the future is closer than you think.
5G's here. It's happening.
5G will really usher in the next generation of wireless communications. Speeds 100 times faster than what you see on your 4G networks. Bandwidth 1,000 times greater. And lastly, massive connectivity.
With the recent launch of their 5G ultra-wideband network, our sponsor Verizon is taking us on a tour of their lab in New York City, giving us a glimpse at how this innovative technology will shape our everyday lives. Our guide, Nikki Palmer, Verizon's head of technology and product development.
Everybody's going to be able to access it. Consumers are going to have this in their hand.
Yes, consumers can get it now. The way they live, the way they work, the way they play and learn. 5G will impact all of that.
First up, a virtual dressing room that any fashionista would love.
What we're going to do is volumetric data captures. What you see here around us is over a dozen depth sensing cameras. So imagine trying on some new clothes and sending a hologram of yourself to your friends to get some near real-time feedback.
Next, from the clothing racks to the grocery store.
It's like online dating for food.
Using augmented reality paired with 5G, you can scan and identify allergens in food products. And it all happens in real time.
To be able to walk down an aisle and get that information filtered for you would really be transforming the experience.
And AR is also headed to the OR.
Whoa.
By using these special glasses, doctors can create 3D models, resulting in potentially more precise surgeries.
And like other countries, New Zealand is still investigating whether Chinese technology giant Huawei will take part in building our 5G network.
Still to come, Beer Brewing 101 will tell you where you can now get a formal qualification in the fine art of creating that hoppy drop.
Last wine announcement from Prince Harry has those waiting for the royal baby to arrive confused.
And I think Seven Sharp's being a little bit mischievous, as Winston might say, but some prime ministerial mispronunciation.
Yes, well, I don't want to throw stones in glass houses, but we'll tell you which word the Prime Minister can't ever get quite right. Plus, white men can't jump. I take on the comedy trio, challenging stereotypes. And what would you pay for this student flat? The competition got so hot, they pulled the ad. That's all coming up at 7. If you're looking for
Incredible, ambitious, fantastic, out of this world,
wicked, or maybe even
amazing, you took the word out of my mouth.
George's brand new season, look at it in all of its glory, has got everything you're looking for.
What a thing of beauty. I'm really, genuinely blown away.
And all usually done with
No building experience
whatsoever. Who knows what's going to happen? George Clark's Amazing Spaces starts tonight, 7:30 on 1.
Introducing our Master Origin range. We chose some of the world's rarest local coffee crafts and refined them to create 5 distinct new tastes. After all, we are the choices we make, aren't we?
Green light go, that's all I know. Move all day and I never get tired. Move all day and I never give up. Move all day and I never get tired. Move all day and I never give up. Won't stop till I get that. I won't stop. Move all day and I never get tired. Move all day and I never give up. Won't stop till I get that. Won't stop till I get that. Till I get that. Get that.
Hey Auckland, which of the UE40 ways to save would work best for where you live? St Heliers, a short distance from the city, is where Russ lives. So number 3 of 40, drive less than 10 k's to work, could be best for him. Flatbush, where most people have off-street parking, is where Sue works from home. So number 5, park securely during the day, could work best for her. Why not see which of the 40 ways apply to you? You could save lots. Get a quote online at yui.co.nz and save 15%.
Introducing Thin Lizzie's Liquid Foundation, the full coverage foundation that delivers a flawless complexion in half the time.
Even your biggest visual concerns can be concealed in seconds.
It is easy to apply, it feels really nice, and it's light, and it's really natural.
This fast and flawless foundation works on any skin type, from age 15 to 90. Thin Lizzie's Liquid Foundation, available now at these leading retailers.
Welcome to Sun Springs Retirement Community.
What's this? You were a cheerleader. My mother was very sick, so I quit the team. Maybe you should give it another shot. We want to start a cheerleading club. Who you be cheering for? Ourselves. Take a hit. Get pregnant. Now I know you're scared. I'm scared too. But there's kind of that magical outfit. Our modern shutters create atmosphere and privacy, control airflow and block out light. Our unique invisible tilt mechanism provides beautiful lines and better closure than traditional shutters. Call Santa Fe, the shutter and blind experts.
Direct from New York comes a matchless American dance company. Complexions contemporary ballet. Unmissable. Book now at Ticketmaster.
The hottest travel deals under one roof for one day only. Booking your next holiday has never been easier with exclusive deals, expert advice, amazing prizes, and fun for the whole family at Auckland's Travel Bazaar. Sunday the 5th of May, ASB Showgrounds, Green Lane, 10 till 3 p.m. Don't miss out.
The Best Foods Comedy Gala is back, and just look at their lineup. There's James A. Caster, Justine Smith, Becky Lucas, Ursula Carlson, Paul Sinner, James Nikisa, and many more. And of course it's being emceed by Reese Nicholson, not me. I'm hosting the TV show. But he's very funny. It's going to be funny, and it's going to be huge. It's the Best Foods Comedy Gala. Wow. It starts Friday at 8 on 2.
Welcome back. The lawyer for double murderer Mark Lundy has claimed junk science was used to convict him and that the case should be thrown out. Mark Lundy is currently serving a minimum 20-year jail term for the murder of his wife and daughter, Christine and Amber, in 2000. He's been convicted twice, and the Court of Appeal rejected his bid to have it overturned. He's now sent his lawyers to the highest court in the country.
Never used before, never used again. There's no wonder Mr. Lundy says, I've been the guinea pig through the criminal justice system of trial and error with novel and junk science.
They argue that some of the DNA evidence used to convict Lundy was flawed and want the go-ahead for a final appeal. Two Supreme Court judges this morning reserved their decision.
Now, forget engineering and literature for a moment. Yes, it's hops and malt on the curriculum now. Otago Polytechnic's introduced New Zealand's first full-time brewing course, and it's as popular as the craft beer the students hope to make. Here's John McKenzie.
It looks like your typical classroom.
31 milligrams per litre.
But that's not a maths answer, it's a brew formula. And the students are learning how to make the perfect beer.
I want to see people going into the industry armed with a bit more knowledge and confidence, that they've at least learned the basics and the more technical advanced facets of brewing.
This is New Zealand's first full-time brewing course. Set in Cromwell, Central Otago, the aim is to set these students up for a full-time career in the beer industry. There's a mix of theory and practical lessons, and the students are encouraged to try their own recipes.
Tasting is taken quite seriously. We are training the students in recognising different styles and also recognising fault.
So what type of person actually starts a beer brewing course, and what age?
South Island's west coast will be closed most nights in May as workers begin the final phase of construction. The old temporary bridge on State Highway 6 collapsed at the end of March after torrential rain, cutting off a crucial route between Franz Josef and Fox Glacier for 18 days. The new bridge will be shut between 9 p.m. and 6 a.m. for the next 3 weeks, except for Friday and Saturday nights. Workers need to lay timber planks and apply a road sealing layer, work which was delayed for the school holidays.
Now, as the world continues to wait for the royal baby to be born or revealed, Prince Harry's announced a surprise trip to the Netherlands next week.
The timing has sent royal watchers into a spin as they keep their eyes firmly fixed on the Duke and Duchess of Sussex Instagram account for any announcements. Here's the ABC's Amy Roback.
Another day, another post from the parents-to-be. But not exactly the baby news everyone is waiting for. Harry and Meghan's @Sussex Royal Instagram account taking on a new stance, telling fans each month they will change who they are following in order to support a different cause. This month, focusing on mental health awareness, only following 16 organizations that, quote, are doing amazing work for mental health. Also telling their 5 million followers, we are all in this together, and we are, as we all wait for the newest royal. And still no word on whether the Queen will make this little one a prince or princess.
The Queen issued a new letters patent which decreed that all the children born to the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge would be either a prince or princess. It's not clear yet whether or not she's going to do that this time around with Harry and Meghan's children.
Without this nod from the Queen, the baby could still have a title, albeit not quite as grand.
Harry is a duke, so a son could inherit another one of his titles, the Earl of Dumbarton. A daughter could be Lady First Name Mountbatten Windsor. However, it really is Harry and Meghan's choice. They could go for no titles at all, or the Queen could step in and issue a letters patent to make this a prince or princess.
And as the royal baby wait continues, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge have released new photos of their daughter, Princess Charlotte. The images taken by the Duchess are to celebrate her 4th birthday today. Princess Charlotte is 4th in line to the throne. And Ariana Grande. But it was Taylor Swift who kicked off the show, performing her new song, Me, released last week for the first time on television. To that song, it was produced by New Zealander Joel Little, well known for producing our very own Lord.
All right, Jenny May joins us with sport now. As it seemed, former Crusaders and Wallaby coach Robbie Deans plays a big part in All Black Sam Whitelock's unprecedented flexible contract.
Well, Deans is going to be coaching him up in Japan next year. It's really interesting getting Deans' side of the story and how the contract went. So he says he encouraged Whitelock to push New Zealand rugby for more flexibility, and that Whitelock's unique 4-year deal is just the beginning. No such flexibility for two-time Olympic champion Caster Semenya. The controversial 800-metre runner loses her appeal against taking medication to reduce her testosterone levels. And we update you on our mate Mani and how he got on in last night's badminton match against his sporting idol.
And high pressure helped keep the weather in check today with just a bit more cloud around, but a very weak front will fade as it moves north through Friday, which could add a bit more cloud into the mix. But how are things shaping up at your place, of course, for the weekend?
Watch out, watch out! Gordon and his mates are on a culinary adventure.
I'm going to do something that you've never seen before.
Travelling and cooking their way around their homelands.
Paint stripper. This is going to be an awesome forest trip.
3 big egos. One small van. What could go wrong?
Hey, seriously? I'm halfway through serving a wedding.
Gordon, Gino and Fred's road trip tonight 8:30 on 1.
100% organic and sustainably harvested in my own backyard.
Impressive.
I have to admit that we did do some testing.
ASB helps kids get clever with cash, keeping them one step ahead.
It's a carnivore carnival, and meat is the attraction. Laugh at Beef Patty the Clown, be wowed by the Chop Juggler, and freaked by the bearded chicken lady. Carnivore Carnival, come for the meat, stay for the low prices. Meat Week at Pack and Save.
At Big Save right now, get Sealy's #1 selling Queen Bed for under $1,000. And this stylish sofa is under $1,500. Must end Sunday. Layer up in style.
I think we nailed it, Mum.
With low prices every day at The Warehouse. Cozy women's layering tops from $8. Keep the kids looking cool with hoodies from $12. And get stylish men's sweatshirts from only $35. Only at The Warehouse.
There are many KiwiSaver providers who can help you to save for your retirement. And at first, they may all look the same. But if you look a little closer, you'll see that one in particular has consistently delivered excellent returns. That KiwiSaver provider is Milford. So don't be left wondering if you could have saved more for your retirement. Switch to Milford in minutes at milfordasset.com.
At Harvey Norman, treat your mum this Mother's Day. Give the gift of salon treatment at home from our huge selection of personal care. Or spoil mum with the latest from our range of appliances and coffee machines. Everything to treat your mum at Harvey Norman.
If I won Powerball, I'd finally renovate the house. And my sister's house, and even my niece's house. That'd be one fancy doll's house.
Imagine winning $4 million this Saturday. Get your Powerball ticket today.
Bigger, better, faster. Right at home, at work, or at play. Powerful and smart. All new Rhino. It's just better. Available at your SsangYong dealer.
Keep warm with Harvey Furnishings this winter. 25 to 50% off all ready-made curtains. 30% off pre-packed tracks and rods. Timber shutters, buy one, get one free. And free curtain making on over 500 island fabrics. At Harvey Furnishings now.
Mobil proudly brings you one new sport. Just like sport, you win with Mobil Smiles points. Register to get instant rewards with your Mobil Smiles card. You've earned it.
Kia ora, welcome into sports. The man who'll coach Sam Whitelock when he skips next year's Super Rugby season to play in Japan has revealed just how close the All Black great was to leaving our shores for good. Panasonic coach Robbie Deans believes Japanese rugby has a key role to play in helping New Zealand rugby keep its talent long term, if the governing body is willing to provide the same flexibility given to Whitelock. Matt Manukia caught up with him.
Sam Whitelock was just 19 when Robbie Deans first left to coach the Wallabies. 11 years on, with Deans now in Japan, the relationship between two Canterbury stalwarts is stronger than ever.
The irony in this instance was Sam approached us. We were close to having resolved the deal with a South African lock. But whilst I was back in Christchurch over the break, I caught up with Sam and he was close to signing.
Before their meeting in March, Whitelock was set on another overseas club for the long term, ending his All Black career.
I thought we were just going to go to Japan and, not come back to New Zealand.
Deans encouraged him to push New Zealand rugby for something more flexible, which led to yesterday's unique 4-year contract extension